Hello there, ladies. As you know, we've been talking about relationships, being new in the relationship, being in the relationship a while, and what keeps a relationship going and what keeps it fresh, and how to keep a relationship fresh and how to keep a relationship going strong and well for both sides. And one thing that kind of can cause rifts or a little bit of turbulence in a relationship is not knowing what the other person sometimes is trying to say, especially if the other person, the spouse, be it the man or the woman, doesn't know how to say it. And, I get a lot of ladies that tell me and have said, if only I could understand men. And a lot of women say that. Basically, men always say that they can't understand women and that women are so complicated. Well, for many women, it's actually the exact opposite. Most would give anything to understand what makes a man tick. Even though women want to know what he's thinking, men are often very reluctant to share what's really in their hearts. So, what's a woman to do? Well, rather than describe all the differences between the sexes, which are many, it's often more helpful to just focus on a few areas that any woman can understand, such as men are more sensitive than women. While now that may sound silly, the truth is that men don't have the ability to recover from emotional trauma as effectively as a woman. Because of this, men keep themselves from getting too upset. When a man hears he should just let go of his feelings and let his feelings out, what he translates that into is that if I let my feelings out, I might not be able to control them, and that scares men. Also, men hate fighting. For men, conflict is not simply resolving a problem. Fighting to a man means one has to win and the other needs to be totally defeated. Men often prefer conflict that is non-emotional because it's less threatening to them. Once a conflict becomes emotionally charged, it's very difficult for a man to contain those feelings, and the most frequent coping skill is for them to become quiet. It may seem like they are punishing you, but they are most likely trying not to lose control. So just remember that. And one more is that men want to get married. In spite of what many progressive cultures preach, the truth is that a majority of men in the world do want to get married. While the freedom of being single does have its appeal, it comes with one primary drawback. It is lonely. While this may not seem, overly dramatic, finding a woman that a man can trust is just as important as finding one who is beautiful. They're really on an even scale there. So keep this in mind. This is good information I just gave you. Thanks for listening, ladies. And last but not least, go to girlgetsmarried.com and download the free report that I have for you. It's about relationships. It has tips and pointers about how to keep it going. We know it's tough out there. Again, girlgetsmarried.com and download the free report. It'll do you a lot of good. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.